Hey Darin, how are you?
Hi, Thomas. I'm doing well.
Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your role at SMFA at Tufts?
My name is Darin Murphy. I'm head of the W. Van Allen Clark Jr. Library at the School of the Museum of Fine Arts at Tufts University, which is a branch of Tisch Library, the main library on the Medford campus.
For people who haven't visited our library, tell us a little bit about what they'd find there.
Well, we are an art school library focused on contemporary art, studio practice exhibitions, monographs on artists such as that, studio manuals, but we're also we're a learning space and kind of a commons for the students and faculty and staff of the SMFA to engage in the most contemporary writing on contemporary art. And we build, we also serve as kind of a portal to the rest of Tufts University's library services and resources, right? We also have the Lilly Music Library, the Ginn Library, the Medical School Library, the Veterinary School Library. So we're the fine arts library, and we engage our users with all of those resources. But at the SMFA, we're also an exhibition space, a performance space, a gathering space, a meeting space, an event and programming venue, as well as, we subscribe to over 120 contemporary art journals. We try to amass and collect the most contemporary artist books. We subscribe to databases that provide contemporary content digitally. We have a growing artist book collection, photo art book collection, and special collections, a zine collection, graphic novel collection, and then other things that people might need, like sewing machines and anatomy kits that are comprised of actual, human bones. Yeah, we try to remain open in our scope.
Can you tell us a little bit about how students on a daily basis use the library in exploring their artistic voices and practices?
Artists conduct research very much like philosophers and engineers. They're more forward-looking. They're researching into problems rather than studying the past necessarily. I mean, we do that as well. I mean, we probably all have interest in art history, but in our artistic practice, and especially at the SMFA, research as practice is generally considered a basis for your work. You need to understand the context that your work fits in, whether that's by media materials, cultural references, historical, scientific, references through literature. And so what we focus on at the SMFA is helping artists navigate the known and unknown resources, right?
Yeah.
They may know where they want to go, but they may stumble on additional material that changes the course of their path. And we help them, and this is particularly true with students, we help them muddy the waters, increase the number of resources and things that they can investigate, and then stick with them as they clarify and make that into a realistic research path, right? Which we try to help them engage and create a space of curiosity before they pick a path.
Are there some student projects that you're particularly excited about that you could tell us a little bit about?
We have an undergrad who has been investigating the history and provenance of our anatomy kits, which comprise, half skeletons of actual human remains. So these are boxes of bones, and she's been partnering with with an osteology lab on, and they've analyzed every single bone and written up reports. And so right now, she and I are, we're designing and kind of an artist slash research book on the anatomy kits. And that's tremendously exciting.
Yeah, and I think I would be remiss if I didn't ask you in your role overseeing the library. There's some books that you've been loving recently?
Yes, actually, um, I've been missing the library so much that I'm having to spend a lot of time in my own personal library at home, just handling the books. And I don't want you to get the wrong impression. Our library is not collection focused, it's user focused, but it's the engagement with the faculty and students that enliven the collections and make the material even more user focused. So for instance, I've been scanning some books for faculty for classes, and this is School, A Recent History of Self-Organized Art Education. Love it.
Timely.
Very timely. The Studio, edited by Jens Hoffman. This is one of the Whitechapel MIT press books, and it has just wonderful. It has a subject of the Studio, but then tons of brief articles on the subject of Studio, just kind of analyzing, coming from many different perspectives. I need a little fiction in my life, so Little Fires Everywhere. Yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. And also Umberto Manguel's A Reader on Reading. Really digging that. And I'm working with a student remotely to pull articles from the artist's body. This is a survey by Amelia Jones and edited by Tracy Wire. This is actually, we use that book a lot at the library. And then I have my own copy of PIG 05049. While I have presented this to and individuals hundreds of times at the SMFA, I'm going through page by page to investigate this marvelous artist book by Christian Merditzma on PIG 05049. Those are some of the things.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was missing the library, so I went into my own home library and just messed around with about 600 books on Saturday, just because I had to do that. I was going into book withdrawal.
Well, thank you so much for spending the time to chat today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Talk to you later, Darin. Bye-bye.